How to budget. Budgeting is very easy, and just like I explained in my How to Increase Your Credit Score, it's easy, but at the end of the day, it really comes down to discipline. I just remember something else. In that video, I couldn't really cover everything just because it's more of in I don't really have a script down. I just think about something and then I go with the flow. So just like this video, I'm going to assume that you are a normal person. You're not an entrepreneur. You're not a business manager. You're not an accountant. You're not a model. I'm going to assume that you're a normal person just like me. So how to budget. Budgeting is very easy, but the first thing you need to figure out is your fixed and your fluctuating expenses. Your fixed expenses are things that usually don't change. Could be groceries, could be, hear me out, could be groceries, could be subscriptions, could be insurance, things like that, that typically stay the same or pretty consistent. And your fluctuating expenses are things that typically change on a consistent basis that doesn't stay the same for a long time. Could be groceries, the amount of groceries you buy. Could be entertainment. Do you go to the movies? Do you go to the aquarium, the zoo? Do you go on vacations? It could be just things that constantly change, even groceries, except when inflation happens, the price goes high. It stays consistent for a while, so that's a fixed expenses. But at the same time, it's a fluctuating expenses, so it goes in between, it's in the middle. Now that I've got that out of the way, after you figure out what your fixed expenses are, again, just maybe you're still confused on what a fixed expenses is. A fixed expenses is your phone bill, your apartment bill, your house rent bill. It's things that typically stay consistent, and those things goes with your needs or your wants. Your needs are things that need to be paid. Bills, food. I'm not talking about fast food. I'm not talking about going to a restaurant. I'm not talking about Starbucks. I'm talking about food that you actually need. Bills to pay, utility bill, mortgage bill, just things that you need to pay that you can't skip out on because you wanted to fucking go on a vacation in Hawaii. Like, or you wanted to go in a concert and the concert is in fucking Kentucky or fucking New York, and you're gonna spend $8,000 or $2,000 to $3,000 to go to a concert, come back, and now you're broke. Those are not your needs, those are your wants. Okay, those are your wants. So once you figured out your needs and your wants, you want to put them. There's gonna be an invisible board here. You're gonna want to put them in your board. So your fixed expenses / needs are this, that, and the third. Again, this is not going to be an exact replication of what it is, because the thing is like date, whether you're paying bills on 15th, whether you're paying bills on the 18th, whether you get paid on the 12th, whether you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be exact replica because it really depends, but at the end of the day, it's consistent. So on a board, and this board, you're going to want to put your fixed expenses. So let's say phone bill, insurance, gas, groceries, and apartment bill. So those are all your needs / fixed payments. Once you've got that down, the next thing you want to figure out is, how much do I make a month? Or how much do I make in 2 weeks? In this example, you'll want to figure out how much you make a month. So let's say you make $1,500 a month, just like a realistic example for most of you. Let's say you make $1,500 a month and your phone bill is $65 or $60. Your apartment bill is $400 if you're living with somebody else and y'all are splitting the rent. Your insurance is $150. Things like that. If you have a budget of $1,500, if you make after taxes, if you have a net worth of $1,500 after taxes and you're paying $750 in needs, bills, things you need to pay, you then have $750 after those needs are paid. So you make $1,500, Your bills are 750. Now you have 750. So now you're thinking, oh, now I have 750. What should I do? Oh, wait, let me buy things I want. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me treat myself. You're broke. You're broke. No, the thing you should be doing is saving. You should be saving. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't once in a while treat yourself, but the reason why I'm giving an example of 1,500 and an expense of 750 that's not realistic is going to be way higher is once you do that, you're going to figure out, oh, wait, this is what I actually have left after all my expenses. But again, this is why I say it's not the most realistic example because of dates. You could be paying that bill on the 15th and you get paid on this day and you get paid 750 and your bill is 350 or 450, and then or something happened to a family member or a family member is exploiting you by constantly asking you for money. There's going to be variables, but we're just going to pretend this is a world with no variables. There's nothing that's going to get in the way. Your budget is 1,500, your expenses is 750. Now you have 750 left. What should you do? I'll be honest. If you have, let's just say 50% after all your expenses, what you should do, in my personal opinion, is put away 35% and make the remaining 15% your budget. Meaning 1,500, 750, 35% of that would be, I'm trying to do the math, 450. You put away 450, now you have 250 for whatever you want to do. Meaning you have 250 to go ham and get some food at your favorite restaurant or your favorite fast food. You have 250 to buy some nice clothes. Oh, that's not a lot. But you have 250 to get, like, you know, some cheap clothes if you're into thrifting. You could thrift some, you know, some clothes, go to the mall. You know what I'm saying? Basically, spoil yourself in a way. It's treating yourself. But one thing I would want to say, sorry, this is too long. I'm sorry if I rambled for a long time and this is not making sense. If this is too long, the number one thing that you should be thinking about is, what am I losing for this? Cost to benefit. Again, I'm pretty sure there's like a financial term for it. I just don't remember. I'm just going to call it the cost to benefit. So I have 250. I want to buy this, right? I want to buy this. I'm like, oh, you know what? I have 250 after everything. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me treat myself to this. And it's, I don't know, $38 to $40 for some Lululemon handbag holster. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like $38 to $40 for some Lululemon. You know what I'm talking about? So if you spend the $38 to $40 on whatever it is, what you need to think about, okay, I could spend my money in this, but what could I use it for instead? Could I use it to buy that Audible subscription to entertain myself because I like reading, but I don't have a lot of time to actually read, I just want to listen? Could I spend that $38 to $40 and invest it back in my savings so now I have more money in the long term and now I have more leeway and my money keeps increasing? The more I save, the more my money increases, and then I'm realized, wait a minute, I have a lot more money to spend than I did last month. Again, it's cost to benefit. Whenever you buy something, there's a pro and a con. The pro is you're satisfying, I hope you're satisfying not being used, you're satisfying some sort of urge, and the con is you're losing money. That's it. Cost to benefit. What's the benefit? You're satisfying your need. The cost, you're losing money. You're not getting that money back unless you put a refund. And even when you do a refund, 2 to 3 days, so maybe, hopefully not longer in your case, you're gonna have to wait that time period to get your money. So now you're cooked. So I hoped this video helped how to budget. Maybe it sounded like a bunch of rambles and you didn't get it, but I do like a quick summary at the end of the videos. So how to budget. Fixed expenses, fluctuate expenses. Once you figure out your fixed expenses and your fluctuating expenses, you then figure out your needs and your wants. Once you figure out your needs, you get rid of your wants, or you cut your wants down. Once you figure that out, you then find out, oh wait, this is what I'm making a month. This are my needs. This is what I need to pay. This is how much I have after. And this is how, and then it's going to be up to you to figure out how you should move going forward. Do I save my money? Do I invest my money? Do I put it into stocks? Do I put it into an IRA? Do I put it into a bunch of things? Shit. If you don't have a car, I'll be honest, a good investment, if you don't have a car and you live in a warm place, or at the moment you live in a warm place and you don't really have transportation, and your transportation is not far, but it's not close, invest in an electric scooter. I'll be honest. Especially if you're a younger person, invest in an electric scooter. It's going to catch you from point A to point B. It's not going to cost you gas. The only thing it's going to cost you is utilities, which is not going to be crazy. You get your electric scooter, you ride it to work, keep it safe. You ride it to work. If they let you, you can put it inside the store where it's safe. You get it, you go home, you charge it. Now you spend absolutely nothing on transportation. You're not spending money on Uber. You're not spending money. You're not giving money to a friend to give you a ride. You just saved yourself money instead of giving that money to that friend or giving that money to Uber, and now you're losing money every time. So you're making money from your job, but you're losing a good chunk of money in the short term. Like, let's say Uber to your work is $15 and you make $16 an hour. So for that hour that you work, you only make $1 profit because you lost 15 just to get to that job, and then Uber and back. So for 2 hours, you made a $2 profit out of 8 hours. If you work 8 hours and your base pay is 16, in those 2 hours you've worked, you've only made $2 because it's 15 there and 15 back. You're losing more than you're gaining. Just something to think about. Other than that, I'm gonna stop my yapping. If you liked the video or watched it this far, subscribe, show support, like it. I don't know. I hope this video helped you. Just try to implement things like this in your life, and it's gonna benefit you in the short term and the long term. So yeah, have a good day.